There are thousands of sites and blogs advising Muslims, hundreds of YouTube videos, each of them telling you why you need to develop, what you need to do, and why you need to do it. Detach from dunya, have trust in Allah, be generous and charitable, be fearless, be responsible, be disciplined, manage your time properly, do da'wah, but never really how to do any of these things. You'll read and you'll learn about systems for time management, but that doesn't solve procrastination. You'll read and you'll learn about forgiveness, but you'll still hold on to those negative feelings. You'll read and you'll learn about tawakkul, but you'll still fret about your career, your paycheck. Instead, you want to be truly free of your attachment to money, whilst acquiring more of it if you choose. Be humble yet confident. Love yourself the right way, the Islamic way. In fact, not loving yourself is un-Islamic. How to overcome your self-nagging and worry. Explore issues around your health and well-being. Have dunya in your hands and not in your heart. Overcome your addictions and your cravings. Be free of what other people think about you. And that's just the beginning. It's all about how. In my previous videos, I mentioned how we have three whims. The whim for control, the whim for approval, and the whim for security. These three whims constitute desire, and they are what attach us onto dunya. Now, with regards to, for example, the whim of approval, ironically, as you let go of whimming for approval, strangely enough, people begin to care for you and people begin to approve of you. The same thing happens with the lack of control, the whim for control, and the whim for security. So how does the iPersonal Enrich program actually work? It's a monthly program where you listen to the theory, the why, the what, and then you download an MP3 or a worksheet and you go through the actual how. This is practical tazkiyah. Do it while you're on a bus, riding your bike, driving. All I need is your attention. Once you've downloaded the MP3, you can work along at your own pace. Tazkiyah is easy. You just need to know how. No hibernating in a cave and zero guilt trips. Are you a community leader, a teacher, a parent, an older sibling, a da'iyah? You'll only be able to truly influence if you're sincere. Also, you can only really help once you've shed your own baggage. And the thing about having baggage is that it's resistance. And resistance will mean that you will burn out. So the more resistance you have, the more of those things that are holding you down in dunya that you have, the more you will burn out and the quicker you will burn out. So as you overcome your whims and as you develop and enrich yourself, you become far more effective as a leader, as a parent, as a teacher. Now before you do tazkiyah, what will happen is that you will have negative feelings. You will have limiting beliefs inside of you. And there are a few states that most people will go through, but most people don't know what to do about these states. So let me just name to you some of these states, but be warned, as I name some of them, you might begin to defend them. The first is the state of apathy, feeling that you can't, feeling you don't know how. The second is the state of grief, depression, sadness, wanting attention, feeling lonely. The third is fear, anxiety, terror. Am I going to fail? Is this going to work? Will people betray me? Will I get stabbed in the back? Is it safe? The fourth is lust, anticipation, totally wanting something, being so possessive, being really thirsty and hungry for something. The fifth is anger. We all know what anger is. We know what the Prophet ﷺ said about being angry. He said, do not be angry, do not be angry, do not be angry 3 times. This is the advice that he gave to one of the Sahaba. And yet people will feel angry every day. It causes them to have feelings of wanting to hurt someone, sometimes wanting to kill them, but they know that they can't, or that they know that it's wrong. But still the feeling exists. Feelings of jealousy, loathing, hate. And the sixth is the feeling of pride. That feeling that stops you from progressing. That feeling where you think about something that happened 10, 15 years ago that you were able to achieve, but you're not able to achieve it anymore, or you're not able to go past that, and yet you feel proud and it keeps you stuck. It's what causes people to be righteous, arrogant, aloof, and icy. All of these states are limiting, and almost everyone gets them. They produce thoughts such as, do it my way, I have to, I'm not satisfied. get lost, I'll kill you. Thoughts such as, how dare you, I'm better than you, it's your fault. I can't, I don't count, it doesn't matter, I'm doomed. So what do people do about these states? Either they ignore them, or they act upon them, or they feel guilty about having them. All three of those options aren't really as effective as they could be. My name's Abdurrahman Musa. I'm a professional therapist as well as a student of knowledge. I'm used to seeing people that have suffered from child abuse. I'm used to dealing with people that have extreme phobias. I'm used to dealing with people that can't control their jealousy or their envy or their mistrust, people that are obsessive compulsive, people that have all sorts of things that they want to get rid of. I'm used to doing that, but I always thought up till now that the only reason that those people came to see me was because I was a therapist. It turns out, after having spoken to so many imams and community leaders, that they get people that see them and ask them the same sorts of questions, but they don't know how to deal with it. Not in a way that causes substantial objective results. And so this led me to create what is now called the iPersonal Enrichment Program. It's not a therapy course. This is about making you a better person. It's generative change. It's making you stronger so that your faults drop away without you actually having to work on them as such. As far as I know, this is the only program that teaches you how to do the what and the why that you keep hearing about. Here's what happens with True Tazkiyah. You overcome your limitations and move into states of courageousness, where you feel assured, focused, gusto, you're decisive and noble. Acceptance, where you feel allowing, compassionate, delighted and enriched. Peace, where you feel just awareness, a sense of calm, serenity, tranquility. If you're watching and listening this far, it means that you know that you have to take responsibility over your own growth and advancement. You know that Tazkiyah is your responsibility. I've been blown away by the reception that my videos have had. They've been mentioned on productivemuslim.com, by Fosis, by Jamal Diwan and Muslima Permal, by Imam Suhaib Webb and by Suhaib Saeed, to name a few. This has proven to me that the community really needs the work that I am hoping to provide. So why am I doing this? Well, firstly, I think the community really needs it. And secondly, for everyone that benefits from this program, me and my team, inshallah, and everyone else that's helped to propagate this will gain reward, and our lives will be ultimately better. However, this course requires an investment, and here's why. Firstly, it's only when you really invest in something that you reap the most benefit from it. Secondly, it's to maintain the quality of the program and to cover the technical costs. And thirdly, it's kind of a litmus test. This is not for everyone, only if you're serious. This, inshallah, will be the launch of a new community, so only if you're serious. So what kinds of investments exist? There's money and there's time. There will be 3 packages to cater for all levels of investment, but commitment is the minimum. And there will be an opportunity to move up a package by investing time for those that can't afford the money. It's the commitment, not to mention all of the bonuses that you'll be receiving. So how much is this investment? Well, the starting package is cheaper than most people's phone bill, and definitely if you've got an iPhone. Speaking of iPhones, inshallah we're going to have an app very soon. And yes, it won't just be applicable for iPhones. You Android users will be able to use it as well. So, decide, is your development worth more than your phone contract? And you're not tied into a minimum contract term. So click to register. Ramadan is coming up. The most potent time for change and advancement. The devils are out of the way, they're chained. Now is the time to grow. Shock Shaitan this Shawwal. Give him his worst Eid ever. There is unfortunately one caveat, and that is that I've never done an online subscription program before. I've done the therapy, I've done the other things that constitute what I will be teaching,
but I've never actually taught it online to a group of people on a subscription basis. And so we have to pace ourselves and limit the amount of people that we allow into this program in order to maintain quality. There will be many technical challenges that I perceive and foresee happening. So we're just trying to pace ourselves. And for that reason, once the limit has been reached, we will be closing the doors. And once they're closed, my guess is that we will not be opening them for at least another 3 months and maybe more. This needs to be the best investment that you will make in yourself. And that's why I'm limiting the numbers of subscribers.